Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Addo's Playtime. Today, we're jumping back into Oxygen Not Included, where in the last episode, we kind of took care of our industrial sauna, just kind of testing out a few things and a few theories. But at the end of the episode, I noticed something, a couple major problems. Well, you can see we are under a yellow alert. And why is that? Well, because our food situation is about to be a big problem. And you say, why is that, Addo? We have 653,000 calories, lots of barbecue, all the meat we could think of. Well, honestly, that's because we're running out of igneous rock. We had about 700 tons of this stuff, and we were switching over our hatches to basically eat the igneous rock. And that created two big problems. Well, most of our problem comes from the heat. I started getting scaldings after the end of the last episode, and it's because our cooling loop just can't take care of this. Our water is coming out at 51 C, and it's coming in at 21. That is a humongous temperature variance. Now, I did some radiant pipes through here just to try to cool this area down enough to where they were stopped getting scalded. But what the problem is that we are pulling our igneous rock from this area right here, and it is incredibly hot still. 500 C igneous rock. I really got to get him to stop doing that. I don't see any in this one, but yeah, 500 degree igneous rock. And this one is 726. So what does that tell us? Well, we have got to get off of hatches like now, because this is not going to be sustainable in the very near future. So what does that mean for us? Well, we're probably going to have to expand our shovel ranching here. I'll probably put on a whole nother set of these guys and probably do a redesign of this area, because we're going to have to hatch or incubate, a few extra of these. I don't believe I could probably put one extra one there, but we're going to have to try to get solely on shovels. At the same time, we're going to have to try to get this all done. Now, I did a little preparations in the background to try to get some things going and put a blossom seed in every one of these. So that should be, we're going to plant the blossoms here. We're going to probably do some sleet wheat through here. Maybe another row of sweet wheat. Ooh. Sleet wheat farms through these two pieces, and we'll probably do our other stuff here. Probably we'll make this one pinch of peppers, as we do need to kind of redesign all of this. And I'll do hanging pinch of peppers, and they'll be far enough away from this that I should be able to plant these across here, no problemo. And if we do need to do a redesign, we can push some things up and do some shenanigans and get this all worked out. So what does that mean for us? Well, honestly, we just got to get rid of these guys. So I've gone ahead and emptied out this, and whatever food that they have in here is going to be the end of that. The same thing is going to go for these guys as well. I'm just going to take them out, and hopefully we can get some of this kind of managed a little bit quicker. So we're going to sweep up that priority a bajillion, and hopefully we can just starve these guys out. I mean, that's the best thing I can hope for. And then we can honestly do away with a lot of these, because we want these hatches that are here to go straight into barbecue. And that seems to be the most important thing to do. Another thing that we need to do is, I'm sure that I am losing a lot of food because I don't have enough carbon dioxide in here. So I've got a plan for that. So it's a pretty simple plan. I'll probably just suck up some of the carbon dioxide that's in here and put it into one of those canister things, and that'll be how I kind of fix it. I'm wanted to vacuum this out anyways, because we're going to have to release the steam and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, my plan would be is to suck up a little bit of carbon dioxide, put it in a canister. I don't know how much one canister holds, but if I can get one canister full of it and it holds 1,000 grams, that's more than enough. And then I'm going to go up here and drop those canisters in each one of these, and boom, done. We're going to have a whole lot of CO2 in this, and I can just be happy with it, because I believe if we look on the gas overlay, the problem is that this one is polluted and this one is oxygen. I don't know how oxygen got in there. I don't know how our CO2, actually, if we bust that block, that should drop right into there. How much carbon dioxide? 20 grams there. Man, we could do it, but this one particularly will probably be easier. We'll bust this block out, let that sink down in there, and donezo. Should be more than enough to get that done. But in this one, we're going to have to work some shenanigans to get that to work. I mean, I could probably put something in there to produce some CO2 and done, but I don't really want to do that. I think we'll try the canister option and see if that works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we'll move on. But let me get that prepped up in this area, and then I will pop back in when it's ready. So I've never used one of these before, like ever, and I'm curious as to how much it will hold. We've already passed 1,000 grams, and I gotta be honest, cooling down a couple 1,000 grams of carbon dioxide is pretty risky. But we'll put this at a high priority and see if somebody comes along and empties it out, and then how much they empty out. I just put a little mini pump because I don't need a lot, to be honest, and I hope that it outputs like very little. Like if it gave me like 50, I would think that that would be more than enough to put into that spot, and then we can just destroy all this and be done. But in the meantime, I think I'll go ahead and cut that and let this be full of carbon dioxide. I mean, 380. I hope that that's not how it works, but we'll have to see. I'm not really sure. Okay, so I've learned that you need to have one of these canister emptiers here to empty the canisters that they're going to grab from here, but we're going to try to trick the system here. So as soon as this thing gets built, I'm going to have them come over here and start getting the canister that we need. And then as they're in transport with this, I'm going to have tried to stop them in mid transport. Maybe they'll drop the canister and then I can pick that canister up and do as I will with it. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. So if I tell this to do unbreathable carbon dioxide, it's going to grab it from here. See, there's still no errands. I'm not really sure exactly how this works. I think we need to probably go with what is plan B. Not sweep only. Not really sure how this works. So we're going to attempt this block thing here, and hopefully we can get this to drop down in there. Actually, we got chlorine gas in there. There we go. Let's go ahead and that's right. We put some bleach stone in there, but it did end up pushing it out of the way. So that's good. We will just make sure that that gets built in a hurry. And yeah, 1,000 grams of carbon dioxide in there. Perfect. That should mean that our food now is in a sterile atmosphere. That is exactly what we wanted. Fantastic. So at least our finished food will be in a sterile atmosphere. Now, as for this side, this is going to take a little more work, but I think we can do it. What I think we can do is maybe place a vent right on top here, and then we'll pipe in some carbon monoxide into it. So we should be able to fill a pipe pretty decently with a few 100 grams of it from up here. But, oh boy, getting a pipe up there. We do have this that is feeding into our ovens. We could probably just push that over here and then over, because I want to be able to delete it when we're done. So I think the best option we have is to put that there, a couple pieces of gas pipe like so, and then we'll cut this off, and then we'll just let just enough of this carbon dioxide up and into there to get us what we need. I mean, the 10-gram packets, maybe a piece about 100 long, 1,000 grams. It's more than enough to do what we need to do. 100 grams would probably do it, but yeah, let me get some of this built and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so you can't see it right now, but we've got just a little bit of carbon dioxide stuck in behind this pipe right here. It's in between this. I just cut it off. I just got one glob sitting there. And as soon as this thing is built, we'll see it come through. So he's going to build that right now. Oh, it's 2 globs. Well, that's okay. They are 1,000 grams a piece. I tell you what, I'm just going to cut that apart. We're just going to get 1 blob for now, and it should be just fine. So we will go ahead and connect this to there. Cancel out that overlay because I don't want to do that. And then we will start prepping up as soon as this is up here and it makes its way all the way to the top. We'll start prepping up our area to receive the carbon dioxide into this. So, all right, this is still carbon dioxide, but it's getting deleted by the bleach stone because it's not overpressurized. Well, that's one way to do it. So we could drop it in there and then at least it'll take out the polluted oxygen. And then from there, it'll fill itself up with carbon dioxide or with chlorine gas, killing off any food poisoning germs and still being in a sterile atmosphere. Okay, so it's all there and it's ready to rock. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. We will put in a vent. As soon as that's gone, right there, I know that there is something that just dropped down in there. Where is it? I don't know. Too much work. Okay, let's connect this into there. Watch our gas overlay. Make sure that pushes it out of the way. Yeah, I know you're going to be... Oh, there, it's what I wanted to grab. The igneous rock, sweep, 9. Is somebody going to build this vent sometime today, please? Because we got people just grabbing things and putting them where they want to, and that's no bueno. Oh, gas overlay. Come on, get in there, get in there, get in there. Yes, yes. Okay, great. So now we need to deconstruct this. I wonder if I have a piece of bleachstone somewhere. Oh boy. Oh boy. If not, that's not a big deal. It should be fine. Okay, so let's deconstruct this vent. 9. Get this ready to build over. That was our overlay here. Fantastic. We're going to put that block in there. Priority bajillion, please. Before anything else goes bad. Is that a piece of copper ore? Well, that's in there forever. Gas overlay? Perfect. Are we in a sterile atmosphere? We are. Fantastic. Food situation fixed. Soon this will be... Yeah, all the carbon dioxide will be gone, and then it should start moving into chlorine. There's chlorine gas going up. Food, still in a sterile atmosphere. I love it. Food situation fixed. Done. Done. Now, the one bad thing is I wish we could get some bleachstone in here. I mean, do we even have bleachstone? Oh, yeah, we got like 6 tons of this stuff. I tell you what if I allow just one little glob of it in there. Bleach stone. Let's allow manual use of just a little bit. What have you got? What are you putting in there? Slow it down. I do not want to make a mistake here. I just want one little glob of it. That's perfect. That is perfect. Cut that. No bleach stone. Sweep it, please. Gonna have to connect it. Okay. I'm gonna say cut that and cut that. Boom. A little bit of shenanigans and cutting and all kinds of other stuff. And yeah, we've got all the bleach stone we could ever want going right there. And as soon as this rail is built, I don't know why it's not getting built, but you know, whatever. Things are like that. Boom. There goes my bleach stone. What are you? Container contains empty. So that'll drop down in here and it'll start deleting that carbon dioxide. This is a really handy trick. I had no idea you could do that. That is fantastic. As long as it's a, you know, small enough amount. Yeah, it's going to, you know, it's got nowhere to go. So it's going to automatically overpressurize this. It'll get up past the 2000 or the bleach stone will run out. I don't know, whichever is first. Yeah. Nice. That's a good little trick. I like it. It's fantastic. All right. So with that fixed, now it's time to try to get into getting this done. Where are we at on our igneous rock? Yeah, we are still drastically dropping that igneous rock. We have got to get off the hatches like now. I think it's time to just get rid of all of them. Oh my gosh, this is so dangerous. I know it is. I am very nervous that this is not going to go well, but we do have enough in here to kind of keep us going for the short term. We should have a lot of hatchling. I mean, we got 130 stone hatches in here. That should keep us going until this really ramps up, but we have a bit of a redesign to do up here. We're going to keep this same pattern here. We're going to double it up, and then we're going to make a better hatchery, probably using this space here, which means that, oh my gosh, all of this 32 tons of slime has got to go bye-bye. I think too, what we're going to try to do is put one of the pips in here and let them start planting this here. So first thing we're going to do is deconstruct every one of these little containers. And that way we can have the space to do the thing that we need to do. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to place ladder segments just above each one of these except for this one here. So that way our pips know where to plant. So they can't plant if something's above it. And we have to plant from this side to that side. And we just need to make sure that they do exactly as they're told, for lack of a better term. All right, and then we're going to need to put a critter drop off right there. We're going to grab one of our pips and we're going to wrangle them in there. I don't even know. Oh yeah, our pips are still up here. Hey, how old are you, Mr. Pip? Are you an old Pip? Your age is 65. What about you, Mr. Pip? How old are you? You're 65 as well? Yikes. That doesn't seem good. Oh boy. Pip time. Have we got any Pip eggs over here? Nope. Absolutely not. Fantastic. Okay, so those are our last hope, and they're really old. Oh, fantastic. That seems like I've waited far too long to do this silly little thing that I'm doing. Yikes. Okay. So yeah, we're not going to be... I need to go in here, actually. All of the igneous rock needs to be picked up. It needs to be... Nope. Picked up. Swept. Priority 9s. And I'll go ahead and do that. And then once I get kind of some things squared away and some things started to plant, I will pop back in. And just like that, we have expanded our shovel ranch. So what we'll do is we will just copy these settings all the way across here. Copy these settings all the way across here. And copy these settings all the way like that. And copy these settings all across those. Wonderful. So now we just need to get the power situation kind of fixed up here. And I have a good feeling that we're going to need a second transformer for this, but I'll hook it up to begin with as it is. I think putting a second transformer right here would probably be a very good idea. I don't want to make it out of gold. We're limited on our amount of gold. We can make it out of lead and it will be just fine. So we'll put a bridge across there. Do we need another bridge anywhere else? I don't believe so. All right, so what we'll need to do is extend this out, put in another transformer here. We'll probably need to bridge across that. I don't know why I didn't do it. I was being lazy Adam. And we'll go like that. And then we can grab the heavy watt wire. Go ahead and put it to there. And then we'll wait to do all of this here in a minute. Now, how close are we on this timer? Because we need to time this out just about perfectly. Oh, we got cycles to do it. Okay, good. So if we time this out just right, what we can do is go into our overlay, snip, snip wire, boop, boop, and boop. Bring the heavy watt wire across. And then, yikes. Get some overload damage, but that's okay. We'll just let that thing do its work. Now this one can go here. No, this one needs to go there. And we'll snip that like so. We will add this wire into that one. Deconstruct this little piece of wire. And then all we have to do is snake this one up to the top. Along this, and boom, just like that. And I totally made it out of lead the first time. Didn't make it out of gold. Yeah. Anywho, now we need to just come in here, and I was thinking, like, I want all the Volv pups if I can get it, but how am I going to wrangle all of these at once? Well, just like this. And what we'll say is that we only want Volv pups in here. And we'll get all the pups in first. Even though this one already has one, that's fine. But we'll wrangle all these up, and then we'll take out all the pups as they come out. After that, we should be able just to get a few of these younger ones into the spots that we want them. Yeah. Another thing is I wrangled these guys like 6 times trying to get them into this area over here, but I was like, man, I don't understand why it's not allowing. I got a critter drop off. It's selected for pips and pip squeaks even, and they're not dropping them off here. And then I realized I need a door. I didn't have a door there. And I was like, it's a good thing I realized that, because had I not, the pips would have gotten out. So thanks, game. There we go. Now we have all of our shovels doing their shovel-y things, and we have just basically doubled this. So if I remember correctly, you need 1.2 maybe per dupe. I could be very wrong on that. So basically that means that we have about enough for 14 dupes. I mean, we have 23, so that might be a problem, but we'll let this go. And but this should supply enough meat for a lot of dupes. I mean, when one of these guys dies, we get 16,000 calories. That's 16 cycles. So, and it's not taking too long for them to die. Plus, we're hatching up a bunch of them. We do have a few delectables, but It's not a big deal. We're going to hatch 2. We might even hatch more. I don't know. Maybe we'll just hatch them all. You know, gotta hatch them all. Shovel time. Anyways, yeah, so that's going well. We finally got our pips over here, and we'll get them to planting, I hope, sooner rather than later, as this... Oh, the bristle blossom is growing? There's one there already? Did I put too many bristle blossoms? There's one that's growing. It says it's 6%. Well, time to deconstruct that and get rid of the igneous rock. Now, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a process. It is going to take forever. Hopefully, our calorie count will sustain us. I mean, we basically have 577 cycles worth of barbecue, and that's a decent amount. We could switch off to the berry sludge and gain ourselves another 152 cycles and keep kind of going down that list until we run out of stuff. But I don't think we'll get there. We have passed 1,000,000 calories. I have never played a game and had 1,000,000 calories. I think that this was killing our calories, and I just didn't realize how bad that was killing our calorie count. Man, that was a tough one. That was almost a tongue twister. Anyways, I will keep an eye on this, and we still have some, you know, ranching going on here for the short time being. I swept everything up in here, so all we had is, well, we seem to have something else there, but for the most part, we should have everything but, including just coal, just sitting here. So we'll do another sweep command and get that done. But I plan on just letting these guys die out. Oh my gosh, I've never been so nervous. But we'll have somewhere around 1,000,000 calories of just waiting to happen. So anywho, I think it's time to get some planting going. So yeah, I want to get this planting going post haste. We will just let these guys go at it. I will try to keep an eye on them to make sure that I see the bristle blossoms getting planted. It says that this one is growing again. So yeah, it's got the right temperature and all that stuff. This is wonderful. It's going great. Now they rummaged through that and pulled out the 2 pip eggs. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? We'll just deconstruct that. But yeah, I will keep an eye on this, and I will let these guys get at it. Maybe even I'll drop some stuff down here, and I'll see about getting this going, because this is going to be our sleet wheat right through here. So I plan on just super refrigerating this, and yeah, it'll be great. So anyways, I will pop back in as things progress. So we have the bristle blossoms done, and now we're just working on doing the sleet wheats in the next row here. So they've already started planting it, and yes, I know we're not at temperature yet, but we will be. I trying to think of the best way to do this. I want to have the sleet wheats maybe on their own thermal aqua tuner, kind of chilling this area down enough to get it to temp. Maybe we'll even merge these 2 rooms and have just one big loop that runs around, cools things off to a nice crisp 5 degrees or lower. So I think that I could probably pull that off pretty easy. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I mean, we've got some things that are chilling some water down. I think this is polluted water, and it has a little bit more thermal range. So we may use the polluted water up on our sleet wheat farm to kind of get that going. And here we go. Mr. Pip is planting already. Attaboy, Mr. Pip. Attaboy. Wait a minute. Did you not plant it? Well, that's weird. You didn't plant it. Come on, man. My hopes were up, and then they were dashed. Oh, well. Maybe this guy's going to come along and get it. I think it's that the distance is a bit long on this one, so by the time they get there, they're just too tuckered out to really plant it. There it is. Sleet wheat original 1. Nice. All right. So let's deconstruct this one and just continue on. And sleet wheat planted. So now let's go to round 2 of sleet wheat planting. So we'll just take out this and move our pips down. It seems like we've lost a pip. I didn't see what happened. I don't really know, but I'm going to try to separate the 2 sides this time, just to give myself a better chance of planting this in more of a hurry. It is getting a little late in the episode and a little late in my day. I've been at this for quite a bit of time, and I would rather try to get this done in a timely manner, but boy oh boy, this is taking forever. But on the high side, look at our calories. Who would have known that putting a little bit of actually not polluted dirt or polluted oxygen in a kitchen would save our calories a lot? Man, I cannot wait to get those hamburgers going. Man, I want a hamburger. I'm kind of hungry. I want to go get a big old juicy hamburger. So anyways, also, since I've been waiting for this to get done, I'll kind of reveal a little something. I decided to move the self-powered oxygen makers like I said I wanted to. This brick is nothing but metal, and it is going to cool off our oxygen. It is going to keep it at a nice crisp, 27 degrees. That sounds good. So all I did is just did a giant loop. Now that I did make a bit of a mistake here and forgot how aqua tuners work, I guess, but it's going to take this radiant pipe, which we used our aluminum because we had so much of it. We had over, I think, 6 tons of it. So I decided to use aluminum here to just cool off these metal bricks. And yeah, I mean, we have a bit of copper and a bit of gold. And I was doing that just because I was curious. No other reason, just to see which one would cool down faster and keep the heat better. It ended up that the copper slowed at a similar rate of the gold. The gold was a little bit quicker, but not enough that I cared. So I put a reservoir here just to kind of like balance out that temperature a lot better. And then a typical steam powered turbine. And yeah, I mean, I have 6 lines going through here to cool off all of this oxygen that's about to come through. And to be honest, I'm just about to the point where I'm about to kick it off, but I just want it to look more organized. So when I look at this, I don't see pipes going every which direction and things just going everywhere and yikes, I just feel like my OCD will be satisfied. So we'll throw most of this into probably over here where we're using the thermal nullifier over there, but I kind of want to bring it over here and put it into our hydrogen as well. I'm not really sure exactly how I want to do that just yet, but once I destroy it, I'll destroy these pipes. I could probably snake it right across here, across the bottom and up, and a couple of these pipes are going away. I mean, there's no need to have them there. We're only cooling off the bits that are going into the base here. So I have 4 pipes here. I'm going to match it up and do the suits as well. So once these 3 come, I'll have this pipe here that I could just easily pop right into this and done. I feel like that's a win. We'll have it kind of shirk off and go into this thing, and I don't know if I even want to. I may just use it all for the power. I mean, these things have been running almost nonstop. I got 2 of them that run nonstop and 2 of them that run once this thing gets triggered. I know that it's going to look a lot better than this nonsense. The second set of pipes I'll probably bring across and down into the suits. I don't think I need to do anything fancy. It'll just be 6 lines of oxygen going every which way I can think of. And then next is tackling this disaster. And I could honestly just get rid of all this as well. There's no need for it anymore. It can just be dismantled. Yeah. And how are we looking on power? Well, it's open. Our magma is nearly gone. Still have all this igneous rock over here that I could probably go and harvest at some point. But boy, oh boy, is that stuff hot. I don't even know first thing to do it. Oh, and in the background too, I just been kind of plugging away at this, making sure that this all gets done. So it's just piece by piece it's going. I still want to finish the planting. That is the big thing I want to do. So now we've got that over there. I have 21 plots to plant. So I'm going to do sleet wheat seeds, and I'm going to do, I don't know, like, how many would this be? 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's do 12 into this thing. And then we'll move our pips into this place, put another refrigerator over here, and do the last 9. Yeah. I mean, it's working out. It just, it's not quite done. I did turn off the thermal aqua tuners over here, pumping that petroleum around. I had to go in. I'm putting in a separate one. I think I decided that I'm going to have 2 separate systems. One that's going to control this, and then one that's going to control this up here, and probably anything I plant here. But I'm thinking I'm going to do the pinch of peppers here. And I believe if I'm not mistaken, pinch of peppers prefer a little bit warmer temperatures, 35 to 85. And I think that these guys stop at 30. So I'm going to have to probably more along the lines of do some heating down here to do the pinch of peppers. I'm not really sure yet. I've never done pinch of peppers ever. And if I want that frost burger, I'm going to have to do pinch of pepper bread, I think, because it takes, frost buns. I have to do frost buns, lettuce still, and barbecue. Now, our lettuce is doing just fine. I mean, it's been up here forever, and yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to need, but we've been harvesting as it comes up. So anyways, also, we are doing just fine on our volcano tamers. So everything seems to be working right now. Got plenty of shovels going. I think there's like over 20 in here. That's so many. It's so many. It's ridiculous. It goes through like spurts where there's like none in here, and I'll scroll by and I'll have like 4 or 5, and then all of a sudden 20 some of them hatch that are just laying on the ground, and yeah, boom, we're done. But that's kind of going. I think we're down to our last few hatches. I mean, this is all gone. These guys are gone. Those are dying out. I have a whole bunch of baby ones. I might actually just stop incubating. I just don't see the point of doing it anymore. Let's just take these guys out and hope for the best. How many hatchlings do I have in here? Ooh, I only have 16 left. So we're going to find out if this is going to actually support us. I mean, 12 ranches. Do I need more? Do I need less? How about you let me know in the comments if you think that this is going to actually pan out? Because I'm pretty sure it will, but I don't know. It's working as far as giving meat and shovels and eggs, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough of these. Do I need a whole nother set of 6 or something? I don't know. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble, and yeah, all right. So sleet wheats are here, and now we just need to move our pips over. All 2 of them. I don't want to wrangle that guy there. He'll die because he'll drop into that water, and that'll be the end of him. So we're going to wrangle these guys at a high priority, get them moved over to here. Oh no, we don't want to do that yet. Almost forgot. Ooh, that would have been a big mistake. I did not put my ladder segments in. Oof. Thank goodness we're still coherent. So I'll put my ladder segments in, move my pips over, and I'll get them going on the next set of stuff. And in the meantime, I'll try to figure out how I want to do this double aqua tuner system. One side's going to have to be really cold, the other one's not. So I'll give that some thought, and then I'll see you when it's all finished. Okay, so we've got our cooling solution in place. So I did the normal, loop-de-loop. I want to have a reservoir tank, and I want to definitely cool this down. And this time, yes, polluted water. So it's set at -2 currently, so that it's cooling off all this. Now, we did have to vacuum out this because there was a lot of mixed gases in here that these were not really enjoying. They said it was atmosphere There was some like chlorine and some other things. And as far as this goes, it needs oxygen, polluted oxygen, and carbon dioxide. So we just kind of snaked off a little bit of the oxygen that's in the base, ran a pipe across, and boom, we got this all oxygenated up. So once it gets up to temp, which shouldn't take too long, we should be good. I think, maybe, finally, one of these days. So this is taking quite a bit of my time. I don't have to look at what the cycles were when we first started this, but it has taken quite a bit of time to get where we're at, and we're almost done. But as I've been waiting for this to get done, and the dupes haven't really had too much to do, so I fixed it. I fixed it all. It's done. I had showed you where I had moved all this over here, but look at this. Look, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, except for this one part right here. But man, I am not getting rid of those pinch of peppers to save my life. So yeah, everything has been reorganized and repiped in. I do have a bit of cleaning up still left to do, but everything is as it should be. Things are pumping and atmosuits are getting filled. I have actually one extra if ever so needed it. But yeah, this looks so much better. And as soon as this just gets done doing its thing, I'm gonna knock it out too. I left a bridge in here. I had something going across here. Can't remember what. It's always good to kind of have an idea of where you want to put a pipe across, and I can just bridge and boom if I would ever need to. But now this is all centrally located right over here next to this big water tank. I need to snake up an extra line to be throwing 2 different lines of water in here, just because we are pulling 2 lines out. So I'm probably going to get the desalinators maybe over here and just put them in here. And that way they kind of cool themselves off with the whatever water. We'll make them out of steel, and that's that. And that will be the next thing to do, would be to get our piping kind of a little bit prettied up. So we have our main water source over here going up and over, and then we have our saltwater tank is starting to get a little full. It was what was being used for the second self-powered oxygen maker. So yeah, that's all getting done. The base has returned to a nice, even green. I'm much happier with this color, and we have lost the majority of our hatches. So we are down to just the last few, and I've been kind of clearing out the space and whatever. The other thing I would like to try to do is fix our power grid. We need a place that all of the power goes to and all of the power comes from. Now, the industrial sauna down here will be that in the near future, probably next episode maybe or 2, but I don't know yet. I'm still a little leery on that. I want to get our food situation figured out. I mean, I didn't believe that just changing this to chlorine gas would fix the problem of what we had. I'm assuming that, not knowing, well, I did know that was polluted oxygen in there, but I just didn't think that was causing so much of a problem. And now we have 2.5 million calories, and we're really not running the hatches. I mean, the hatches are just about gone. There's 6 left. So we'll know as soon as these fall out if our shovel ranching is doing the correct stuff. I mean, we still have plenty of them, and they're just producing and producing. It's the only ranching we've got going on. I'm not doing slicksters yet. That's the plan here, and that's future planning. As well as I flooded one of these things. I flooded an oil well. I wasn't paying attention, and this thing was still running. I didn't realize it was running, and boop, it was gone. Oh well. C'est la vie. But yeah, so, okay, the last little bit, I just want to wait until we get this completely done. It's all planted and everything's swept up and it's pretty, and I want to watch one of these guys pop up into temperature. I mean, we are so close. It's at 25 degrees. I don't know. Maybe I should have lowered this a little. I did make this all out of aluminum too. So we had enough aluminum to do it. And I was like, you know what? I am going to spare no expense. This has been work that it has been in the making for so long, just trying to get this done. I just wanted to go fancy with it. I guess if I wanted to go fancy, I guess I could have used gold, but you know, whatever. So anyways, I'm going to continue to kind of clean up a few things, make sure that things are going. As soon as we get our first little guy to temperature, I will pop back in, but I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. And there we have done it. Ah, there it is. 4.8C. It is finally starting to function as it was. As you can see, I did throw these a lot closer to the sleet wheat. That way it just transfers off its cold, its chill a lot better. But now they're just starting to pop, pop, pop. Oh my gosh, that took forever. Oh man, that took such a long time. Now our water is coming in at a nice cool 0.7 degrees. I've played around with this quite a bit. I have it set for 1. I mean, it comes out at -6. I could probably put it at 0 and just kind of speed that process along just a little bit more. And I think I will, just because it's coming back at such a high temperatures. Now, it will take time, a lot of time, to get this back where it should be. The other side of it is that the dirt is still pretty warm. So it's gonna chill off this dirt just, and it will over time. It definitely will. And I'll probably, even as I probably am losing chill here, probably would be a good idea for me to go ahead and put some insulated tiles here to lose as little chill as possible. I've just put our pips in here just to hold them. It's like their holding cell for now, because this is going to be where we do the pinch peppers. Now, I got to be honest with you, this took entirely more time than I expected it to. I figured I could just whip it into shape real quick and it would be done, but with our 2.4 million calories in the bank and our sleet wheat finally popping as it gets chilled to the temperature it needs to be at, I would say that this is a success. I think that we have done, and we got quite a bit done in the background as well, just clearing up this area for future activities. Anywho, so I think this is where I'm going to have to cut it out for today. The episode is probably going to get out really late. I really do apologize. It's probably going to be Saturday late by the time I get this out, just because I got to edit this, and there will probably be quite a bit of footage that gets, you know, cut out just to make it within the number that I like to put it at. So anyways, if you did enjoy what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it does help the channel out. Hit the notification bell so you can be alerted of any time that Oxygen Not Included or anything else you've been watching gets uploaded. This has been Addo from Addo's Playtime. Don't forget to keep gaming for the love of games. Bye now.